Among the cafes, the shops and tourist attractions, Paris is no different to any other major city working to tackle drug use and crime. With Scotland's drug deaths at a record high and 500 addicts injecting in Glasgow's public places, officials believe it's time to follow the lead from teams here in France and open the UK's first so-called shooting gallery. This facility right here in the heart of Paris is one of the newest in Europe and is visited by hundreds of people every single day. It's joined on to a hospital and is in an area where drug crime is a serious problem. Medical staff believe public attitudes have changed since it opened here in October, and the hope is the same will happen with the UK's first drug consumption room in Glasgow city centre.
My name is Sophie Creusier. I work as a social worker here in Gaia, the first consumption room in France.
We got behind the scenes access.
Okay, so we are in the first room. It's also the place where we can give syringes, needles, crack pipes, and that kind of things. And when you are registered, it's like in the French administration. You get a ticket. So when it's your turn, you enter.
This is an area where heroin is injected using clean needles provided by the staff. The aim is to reduce infection and bring users into a safer environment and off the streets. It's also very calm.
And we arrive in a room, I don't know the word in English, like a chill out or something. Resting room. Okay. So it's a resting room after injecting. You can stay as long as you want here.
Can you see this model working in Glasgow in the UK?
Okay, I don't know personally Glasgow, but I think this can work everywhere when you have a context of people using drugs in the street. I think this is the answer. This is a really pragmatic answer, and also it gives more answer to the user than to have. You have needle exchange program. You have possibility of get opiate treatment, even withdrawal, but then it's missing something if you don't have a DCR.
So that's what's happening inside the clinic behind me. But on this side of the street, it's a very different tale. One man who's lived here for more than 40 years says it's very negative. It's brought more crime, more drug users into the area, and it's changed it beyond recognition.
You're saying people don't want this, that it's not a good idea, that young people are encouraged to take drugs, they're given drugs and material to take drugs.
This is a proposal that's been floated for many years back in the UK, but it wasn't until recently that the plans were agreed in principle and a business case is being drawn up. They'll be discussed next month. Here behind me in the corridors of power in Paris, it's concrete. The safe consumption room is here. So let's find out the challenges they faced along the way.
Before opening Gaia, the situation in the street around was very bad, with these needles in the street and drug user making injection. So a Gaia project is a benefit for people and for drug user, for both. I mean, harm reduction, risk reduction is for both drug user and general population.
But is it good for Glasgow? That's a question that will be answered in the coming months.